This week, we get to work on It's the Truth, and we have a lot of work to do. We are starting off by removing all the ablative paint, but it turns into more of a project as we dig deeper and deeper and start to find issues where we didn't know they existed. Are we doing the right thing? We are Liz and Rui, sailing on a 1982 Cal 39. Join us each week as we sail into the unknown and see what amazing things can happen when we let go of the mustn'ts and believe in the power of adventure.
All right, we're back. We're back on It's the Truth. Been here a couple of days now. Yeah, got back kind of late the day of arrival and spent the first day cleaning all the dust off the boat, which was a lot.
A lot of dust.
A lot of dust.
It was like there was a dune on the boat.
Pretty much. And then yesterday just had a chill day, right? And just kind of got some errands done, I think. I can't remember.
Yeah,
So it's already a blur.
Took everything out of the car.
Yeah.
Emptied the car out.
The car is full.
Put the stuff on the boat. Some of it's been put away.
Yeah. There's a lot of things to be put away. I'll show you guys later. But yeah, so now it's time to get to work.
Yeah.
So what are we doing first, babe?
We're grinding paint. Grinding paint off the boat.
All of the paint. So yeah, this is going to be a long time. But luckily, thanks to Amazon Prime, got 2 new sanders. Since the last time we were here, we got ours stolen.
Yeah.
This time we'll put them on the boat after we're done with it.
Exactly.
But it's going a lot faster already. So I already started a little bit on the rudder, and we're kind of working back to front because we need some longer extension cords. But
Right.
yeah, hopefully it won't take as long as I originally thought, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll get to work and get her going. Get
Yeah.
her done. Get her done.
Yeah.
We're going to get her done.
Yeah, there's a lot of paint to take off, but yeah, we're literally doing the whole boat, not just the bottom paint. So
Yeah.
we got a big project, and yeah, so come join us as we get going.
We wanted to do this project to convert our bottom from ablative paint to hard paint. Ablative paint is a type of paint that is designed to gradually wear away as water flows beneath the hull from use of the boat. Fresh biocide is exposed as the paint layers wear away, preventing marine organisms such as barnacles from attaching to the surface. This is great for boats like race boats or for sailors who plan to pull out of the water at the end of each season. As what I just described, the paint wears away. It has been 2 years since I last pulled It's the Truth out of the water, and we did a lot of scraping of the hull, so there wasn't much ablative paint left. This is the reason we decided to go with hard paint, so that we wouldn't have to pull out of the water as much to reapply a new layer of paint.
That's your mirror coat.
So you're going down to the
Yeah.
primer then?
No, that's gel coat.
Oh, the gel coat.
Yeah.
Why?
Get it all off. This is where we got to go to. We got to go to this.
Oh.
Then we do all of the osmosis.
But there's no osmosis here then, right? Or is there?
No, there's been a patch here. You can see certain little
So you can
areas.
see it when you get down to this coat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take it all off.
No, I know. Well, now I know. That's what.
Yeah, you're like just doing the surface. It's like,
No,
no, get her right
Well,
down.
that's what I was saying to you upstairs. Day 1 done. How many hours of sanding? Like 6, I think.
Something like that.
That's 6 hours of sanding. And we got the rudder done. We got started on the hull on the port side. And some of that was started on the keel before, but got a lot more off today. Now Ruri's just cleaning up the tools. And I'm gonna take a shower and get dinner ready. Right? How you feeling after your first day, babe?
Oh, I'm exhausted. It's been a hard day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're getting there.
We're getting there. We're definitely getting there. She looks nice, and she's gonna look a whole lot nicer in a couple of weeks.
Yep. There you go. All right. Till tomorrow. All right. It's day 2. Let's get some more work done.
Hard bottom paints are more ideal for faster moving boats, such as ours, where we're constantly in the water and constantly sailing long distances to move from anchorage to anchorage. Hard bottom paints create a very strong and hard coating that does not wear away and holds up very well, which is what we want as we set off on our next journey. We are also removing the old barrier coat, which is the gray you can see here. The barrier coat seals our fiberglass hull with the epoxy that is in it by blocking water entry and stopping blisters from forming underwater. I'll explain what blisters are in a moment.
All right. So it's what would have been the 7th day of sanding today. But today and tomorrow, I think, is going to be very, very, very hot. It's very hot here.
Very hot.
Very hot.
Kind of gonna take a day or 2 off from sanding, and then it's gonna get nice and cool. We can get back to it and actually get some work done without
Sweating.
being in this
Forever.
tremendous heat. It's ridiculous out here.
Yeah, we're in the shade now, and it feels a little nicer, but it's still, with a suit on and with a mask on, it's miserable.
Yeah.
So anyway, I figured we kind of talk about why we're doing this, sanding the bottom all the way down to the gel coat. You know, typically when people pull their boats out of the water and sand the bottom, they're getting ready to put on like a new layer of paint or some new layers of paint. But we have decided to take it all off, and Ruri's going to take us around and tell you guys why.
We've decided to go down right to the gel coat because just at the water line, there's all of this blistering going on. I guess they call it chicken pox. It's throughout the, I'd say the majority of the boats, especially on the port side. We haven't really sanded the starboard side to know, but the port side is in pretty bad condition. It's all at the very top, and we will show you that. And what we've also noticed is there's a lot of cracks. A lot of cracks. I don't know if it's just on the surface, which would just be the gel coat, or if they go right down through the fiberglass, which means we've got some major repairs to do here. And it has to do with the, as I can show you here, the strut. The strut is all full of cracks, all up in here and across here and everything. Haven't sanded it out, but that will all show up. Right in the back here, you can see there's a crack that goes all the way across here. We'll have to investigate that. There's a lot of other cracks all over the bottom of the boat. And like I said, we are going to grind them out and see if it's just surface or if it actually goes below. And if it does, we need to deal with that. Yeah, the boat, it's like, I guess it happens all the time. When you get down this low on a boat that's this old, you will uncover a lot of issues that you didn't know you had. From what I understand osmosis to be, it's a chemical reaction that happens below the surface, where this chemical reaction starts to push out the fiberglass because there's something happening underneath. And underneath it, when you do break open these spots, there's a vinegary liquid that usually comes out. And when you grind it out, usually you find that the fiberglass underneath has been destroyed, so you need to remove all of that. You need to get down to where the fiberglass is good again, and then build it back up. That's what I've done on my previous boat, and I didn't have too much osmosis, but whatever was there was repaired, and it didn't come back a few years later when I did pull it out. it's just a chemical reaction that happens, I guess, when water penetrates through the fiberglass and gets in behind the gel coat, and then you get this chemical reaction happening.
Alright, well there's like a little synopsis of what we're doing here in the boatyard. Obviously taking, like I said, a couple days off because of this heat. Supposed to get down into nicer weather in a couple days, but yeah, so far, so like what I've shown you around, we've shown you around the boat. We've done about 6 days of sanding, and we're almost done the port side, and then we can start the starboard side. But yeah, I'm hoping that, you know, these cracks aren't that deep. Hopefully it's, I mean, you can see on the bow there is definitely some that's going through, but I just cross my fingers it's repairable. I love this boat. I've had her for 2 years. She's treated me well so far, so I'm hoping that she can go a lot further. But yeah, it's kind of a bummer as you're unveiling it all and taking away all the paint. Kind of see these issues. But yeah, like I said, hopefully it's something we can repair and continue on sailing her around the world for as long as we can. So, all right. Well, we'll get back at it. Get back sanding tomorrow. Until then, see ya. So it's Monday morning. I took the weekend off because it was so hot. Tried to work on Saturday, but it was like 100 degrees and I was in this lovely suit and actually ended up lying on the ground. Got a little bit overheated, so decided it wasn't worth it to work in that heat and waited till the weather broke, which it finally has. But anyway, heading back to work, start sanding again. Hopefully finish this by the end of this week. Crossing my fingers. But this is about day 7, I think, of sanding all together. So yeah, fun times. Back at it. Alright, just a little mid-video editing update. Just wanted to let you guys know this will be the last one we'll do every week from here on out because we are doing so much work on the boat. It's been hard to keep up to date with editing the episodes, so we're going to start releasing them every 2 weeks. And I'm sure you don't really want to watch episodes and episodes of grinding and sanding and fiberglassing. It's just not that interesting, right? So for now, it'll be every other week a video will be released. But until then, I hope you keep enjoying this one. Cheers! Alright, it's day 10. Definitely getting along here. It's taken a long time. But like everything on a boat takes longer than you think, right? But yeah, we're finally a couple days ago we pulled out an 80 grit grinder. And it sped things up a whole lot. Wish we did that at the start. Probably would have saved a lot of pads as well. But anyway, we are getting along, so I'm just working on the last spot on the port side, which is kind of one of the worst spots. It's underneath the hull, kind of work upside down. And meanwhile, Rui has started to work on the starboard side. So yeah, getting along, but we have found some issues. I'll show you here. So this is our strut, which holds the shaft and the propeller. And there's some big cracking going along around the strut. So Rui's trying to dig it out already with the grinder. But this is something obviously we'll have to re-fiberglass back in. When I was in Guatemala, I had replaced the cutlass bearing. There was some wobbling. The cutlass bearing is basically out, and this is where the cutlass bearing goes into. For those who don't know, it's kind of like a rubber pad on the inside, and it kind of keeps it steady in the strut, the shaft. But I don't think it had been replaced for a while. I'm not quite sure. Really only noticed the vibrations when we got to Guatemala. But because of that, the damage had already been done, I think, on the strut, and some cracking had formed. So yeah, it's a big mistake, and but hopefully it'll be a good fix and make it strong again. But yeah, just kind of getting along
and sanding away and grinding away. But this is what it looks like so far. Obviously a lot of blue dust. The last day of sanding blue. No longer will we be blue after this. Just have this one section to go, and then I wash down the boat because there's so much blue everywhere. And all of our neighbors will be very happy because they've had blue on their boat too. But yeah, it's getting there, and I'm really excited. We're even going out tonight for celebrations. But yeah, this is like, I don't know, day 16 maybe of sanding. I kind of lost count. Don't even know anymore. But yeah, almost done. Back to work.
Step number 2. We are finished with the blue, or almost. Liz is finishing the blue. And I'm going to start grinding out all the cracks and all of the little chicken pox and see what's going on behind that. So we're going to grind it all out, and then soon we will start the repair. Right now it's just keep on cutting and making more dust.
Yeah, and figuring out what's going on behind it, right?
Exactly. So off to work I go. This has been repaired before, because right now I should be hitting gel coat, fiberglass, and I'm hitting this filler. You can see this hole here goes in at least another 1/8 of an inch or more.
And that's the original gel coat, yeah?
Yeah, who knows what the on with this boat. It's definitely had some issues and a lot of repairs done to it. And the more that I grind off this filler that they put on here, it's not even a fiberglass, there's more cracks underneath. So the more I keep grinding, the more cracks I'm starting to find on this. I don't know how bad this is going to be, but we will keep grinding it out and see where she takes us. And we have a little hole there, and there's osmosis liquid coming out of it. So yeah, this is a little bit of work. Grind it all out, and we'll repair it the way it should be.
Yeah. So it's just done before, like somebody obviously tried to do it before, but they just didn't do a correct job, right?
They did what they did. Who knows if it was correct in their eyes or if it was just let's make it look nice and get paid for it.
Join us in the next episode as we dig out more issues and start to put it all back together again. Until next time, cheers!